Howdy shooters, we're out here for another out of the box and to the match gun review of a gun that's going to get a second chance. What gun is that? It is the Armscore Precision, which is actually Rock Island, I think Rock Island Standard two-tone, blah blah blah, 45. It is a gun that I brought out once before, and I'll show the video to you because I got to tell you the truth all the time. But this gun, I took it out a couple weeks ago, and what happened was, it's not unusual, and I'll do a little tabletop to really give you an inside view. But what happens is, as the rounds go through the magazine, as the side cycles back and forth, the rounds migrate forward. And as the rounds migrate forward, they come up under the latch that's underneath the slide stop. And as the rounds come by, they hit the inside of the slide stop and prematurely lock the slide back, just like this. So as the gun's going bang, one of the rounds come by and puts the slide stop on. And that happened several times on the very first stage. I thought maybe it was a left-handed issue with my knuckle hitting the slide stop, but I had a right-handed shooter shoot it, and again, I'll insert some video to show you that. So the very first rounds out of the gun weren't productive because the gun kept locking back prematurely. So I've made a couple small fixes to this that I'll show some more photos on it. We'll do a tabletop to really talk to you about what I've done, but in the short of it, I radiused the inside of the slide stop. So the part that the magazine hits to lock the slide back has been cut down a little bit to let the rounds pass by, and I've also added a detent to the face, this face right here. Put the light on it, there we go. You might see that silver spot there, and I put a little detent in there so the plunger can hold it down, so it's more difficult to put on prematurely. In other words, you push it back, you actually have to listen to it. A little click. So it should alleviate it. Have I shot it since? No. So we're going to do another out of the box with a gun that I know goes bang, but will it cycle? We'll have to find out. So out of the box to the match gun review with the Rock Island Armory two-tone 1911. Oh, so a big shout out to Rock Island Armory for putting this on the prize table at the 2017, and they were the title sponsor for the USPSA Multi-Gun Championships. I took third in the heavy division, and this is the prize I took off the table. I'm really happy to have gotten it. It is a handsome looking gun. It appears to be nicely built. But again, I'll do a tabletop on it where I'll disassemble it and kind of show you the various parts and show you some of the modifications I would make if I was going to keep it, and I am. There's a few little items here and there that I like to tweak on any 1911, and this is no different. So, and again, anyways, we're going to go out to the match right now, and under the range officer's command, load this gun for the second time, and hopefully it'll run this time perfectly. See you on the line.
Shooter, load, make ready.
Woohoo! The second try, part 2 of the Rock Island Armory, Rock Island Armory's 1911. We should know right away if it's going to have the same problem it had last time. Minor problem. A lot of 1911s have it.
Shooters ready?
Yep.
Stand by.
Oh, there it is. Nope, didn't extract. Didn't extract. Nope, didn't feed. That's weird. It broken! Gun it. Oh, wow. Check that out. No magazine. You know, it's possible that I assembled it wrong. I don't have a link on the right side. We'll have to go back to the safety area and find out. I cycled the crap out of it. I thought it was working okay. Huh. Yep, to the safety area I go. Right over the safety area, the firing pin must have stuck forward and let the firing pin stop drop down. And when the firing pin stop drops down, it hits the back of the hammer and won't the slide go all the way forward. So I don't know why it stuck forward. It was a live round, so it should have rebounded. I didn't take it apart. I just pushed it back in place. We'll see if it works. If not, I'll have the detail strip that part out and wash it and see what's wrong with it, if anything.
All right, shooters ready. Stand by. .499.
.499.
I can feel it feeding.
Shooters ready. Stand by.
I saw that.
464.
464.
Shooters ready. Stand by.
Come on.
831.
831.
You can probably see it on video. I'm having kind of a little flinch issue, but it's because I'm pulling the trigger and it's not going bang and releasing it further, and it does. I'm not sure what's going on.
Shooter's ready. Stand by.
There it is. No, slide stop is not down this time. It just didn't function.
One 483.
1483.
I think we're done, right?
That should be 5, right?
That's 5.
Yep, we're done.
Don't know what's going on. For the price point, maybe it's a 1911 that needs to be tuned to be a working one.
Three, 7, 8.
378.
Oh, and it works. It works great.
Shooter's ready. Stand by. Four, 3, 9.
439.
Shooter's ready. Stand by. Three, 3, 3.
333.
Nice run. All right, shooter's ready. Stand by. Four, 1, 9.
419.
That was an ugly draw.
Bus drives are over. Supposed to cool
Try
off.
again.
All right, shooter's ready. Stand by.
My bus broke down twice. I got a new bus. Broke down twice? Broke down twice. Last
Come on,
week.
it's not going bang. Why is it not going bang?
What'd you... It has some hose. Take some of the pressure.
1, 1, 1, 7.
I think that's it.
1, 1, 1, 7.
Yeah, the trigger's not resetting. So I'm actually releasing it all the way, pulling it again, it's stiff, release it again and pull it again, and then it resets and goes off. So there's something going on the inside. It's not resetting as nicely as it ought to. Although it's resetting fine here.
Okay.
Weird. But when it runs, it's nice. Maybe it's breaking in. It's starting to run. Still having a problem with reset. Let's see if it keeps working.
Pull his firing pin out.
What?
Shooter's
He's
ready.
gonna clean the gun a little
Stand
bit.
by.
Told him I'd do it for him, but I'm gonna pull out fire.
427.
Huh.
Making sure I really release and really smack the trigger.
Stand by. Little trouble with the reset there.
Yep.
What is it?
Oh, let's see. 448.
448.
Trying to read with these glasses on is not real well. Stand by. $3.99.
399.
Just needs to be break-in. A little break-in maybe. Running great.
Stand by. $3.37.
337. Final string.
Stand by. $4.08.
408.
That load shall clear, slide down, hammer down, put it away. Thank you.
Not unusual. I can feed it, feel the rounds bump up the feed ramp. It's disconcerting to me a little bit, but it's still running, so it's running. RAA 1911 two-tone, starting to work really good.
Spelled L-A-Z-Y.
Shooter's ready?
Right now, anyway.
Stand by.
Not all. What?
269.
269.
Why don't you pay attention over there?
We'll see how that trigger reset goes on that.
No
Hold
doubt.
this.
I'm trying not to go any faster.
Stand by. 234.
234. What?
Look at all that federal.
Just money.
Stand by.
Money.
That's what we should do. We should just get a
Hey,
gun that shoots
that's an extra shot.
243.
But I hit it for 3.
shoot your money.
Yeah, you did hit it for 3.
Do the same. Okay. You just,
Stand by.
I don't think it would.
Ah. Oh, out of battery. Ah. Malfunction. Might be extractor tension. See if it works. Yep.
1192.
1192.
Conversation and all.
Conversation and all.
Show the audience what happened.
11.
What?
11.
Oh,
Stand by.
7.
277.
Did you just shoot that
277.
Ready, stand by. Five, 07.
507.
He's ready, stand by.
Oh, you got
504.
504.
I get tweaked on this one. I like the stage, but I just don't like it.
I know. Trust me.
I like it,
We're all right with
but I don't like it.
He's ready, stand by. Four, 6, 5. That was, yeah, I saw that.
Hold your feet up.
All right, last three? Yep. Should be. All right, stand by. Come on. 798.
798.
Was that the last one?
Last run coming up.
Coming up. All right.
Coming up.
2 malfunctions. I don't know what they were. I really want to kick the stage's butt, and I'm not doing it, so that's why I played the malfunction I shouldn't have.
All right, here we go.
I have a whole brick.
Shooter's ready. Stand by.
You have a lot of brick?
573. There you go. Thank you. Hand down.
A little bit iffy in operation. It wasn't very reliable. It wasn't horribly unreliable, but it's a bargain basement 1911. I think it has good bones. Might need a little tuning, tweaking, and polishing, and my guess is it'll be fine. But we'll revisit that in a separate video. I'll do a tabletop and talk about the gun itself and how to make it run just right. Hey shooters, here we are finishing up an out-of-the-box to-the-match gun review of the Rock Island Armory 45 ACP 1911. They call it their, I can't remember what it says in the box, but it's a two-tone. It's one of the most inexpensive models, although it does have a nice beaver tail. It's been actually, the tangs have been ground and it's got a nice beaver tail fitted. It has ambi safeties, one of the reasons I love it, because I don't like to have to put ambis on 1911s. I do regularly on any gun I want to buy and race, but it's nice to be able to buy a gun out of the box and just shoot it as a left-hander. It's got Novak looking rear sight, wedge sight, dovetail front. Appears to be pretty nicely built. I'm going to do a tabletop on it for good reason. I'll let you know what that is in a minute. A little rattly. But it's shot, near 3 inches at 25 yards with really good ammo with the Federal Gold Medal match. 185, this little bullet right here. See that weird, the profile of that bullet? Normally, lots of 1911s like to choke on that. This thing ran them just fine. It had problems today, as you saw several malfunctions today with 230 ball. And it broke in, and at the end of the day it started running fine, although it still had a couple little odd malfunctions at the end. I used 3 different kinds of magazines. I don't think it's magazine related. Could remotely be, but the magazines have run good in all my guns. I use good quality magazines, either Cobras or some McCormick's or Metal Forms, and I've had really good luck with all those magazines. So I try not to have that be the loose end or the weak link, so to speak. So it's got some other issues. Now, again, I'm going to do a tabletop on this because when I first took it out, and I'll insert the video somewhere, or I'll at least just tell you about it, it didn't want to run because the slide stop was coming on prematurely. And that happens, that's not outside the bounds of reason on a 1911. As the 230 ball rounds, the big wide knee flat comes by, it'll kiss or rub up against the inside of the slide stop and kick the slide stop on halfway through or partway through a magazine. Two things I'll do to them. Usually I put a detent on the plunger so it holds, gives it more resistance to coming on, or I'll shave the inside just for clearance for the bullet. Now my own personal guns, I cut them off, I deactivate them altogether. I make them so they don't work. Even on 2011s, I shave them off flat on the inside so they never lock back on empty. I don't care if they lock back on empty. It doesn't bother me in the bit that they don't lock back on empty. And also I put a detent on them so my knuckle can't put them on, accidentally. I'm left-handed, so if you see where my knuckle interfaces, this part of the knuckle can hit the slide stop and I can actually put it on under recoil with my knuckle. So I've been doing that, been shooting these things for 30 years, well more than that. And that's one of my fixes, and I do them to all my personal guns. But a gun that's out of the box, I gotta shoot it out of the box, but the gun wouldn't shoot at all, so I had to at least shave the inside of the slide stop and detent it so it would stay down so I could get through the match. I figured that would fix it. And it did. That issue was taken care of, but as you saw in the video, it had several other malfunctions. One of them, which was really odd, it only did it the one time, was the firing pin obviously got stuck in a little bit. It dropped the firing pin, the stop, hung down, and then landed on the back of the hammer and wouldn't let the slide go forward. So I'm half blind at 57 years of age, so I couldn't tell what it was, took it off the line, went, oh, that's what it is, popped it back into place, and that issue was no longer an issue. Well, other issues cropped up. It failed to feed all the way. You'd have a round partway up the feed ramp, like it got stuck underneath the extractor. Probably an extractor issues, maybe not radius on the bottom. This is a very inexpensive gun, and it's got a lot of nice features on it, and towards the end of the day, it ran really well, and then during my accuracy testing, it ran flawlessly. So it shoots 3 inches at 25 yards. It shot right to the sights. The sights are square in the slide. It fits nice. The trigger was 6.5 pounds. I think with a little tweak on the sear spring, you could get it down to around 4, and that's perfectly manageable, but it is crisp. The ambi-safeties fit nice. They operate nicely. And as a left-hander, using my left thumb on the right side of the gun, I'm transmitting the energy through a tenon to the side that has a detent on it. So it's really important that the safeties are very well fit, and this one is very well fit. I would like, I can't pan it because it is a solid performer. It's a $400 gun, and it works. And it's, like I said, it's got really good bones. So I'm going to do another review on it, tabletop review, where I go in and show some of the things I would do if I was going to compete with this gun. And they're relatively minor. I'll go over the detent and the work on the slide stop. I'll go over tuning the extractor, and then I'll radius the bottom of the safeties. So when you went to go put them on with your thumb isn't getting beat up by the bottom of the safeties. It's kind of sharp. And there's some sharp edges here and there. So, the Rock Island Armory two-tone fixed sight 1911. Pretty solid little gun. Again, I don't like guns to not work out of the box. It's not outside the bounds of reason for a 1911 built in mass production at this price point to have a few bugs that got to be worked out. I'll work them out, and I'll let you know what I've done to make it work right. So that said, if you end up buying one of these, recognize that yours may run perfectly out of the box and may take a little tweaking and tuning. Tweaking and tuning. Getting my letters all mixed up here. So you might need to tune it a little bit, which it gets you, buy a manual, learn how your guns work. It's like owning a car, not having a clue how to change a fan belt or a spark plug. You probably ought to know how to work on your tools. And this is nothing but a ballistic tool. So guys, I really appreciate you watching, taking your time to watch these videos. Again, when the gun ran, I shot it just fine in the match. I had a few issues with my own personal abilities. But like, subscribe, and share these videos. You guys know that YouTube is pushing us to one side in the gun community, or the the politically incorrect community, however you want to look at it. And I don't want to start a Patreon account or a Patreon or a Patreon account. I just don't want to do that. I get support from some of the firearms industry where I get my guns, and I get some ammo from Federal, who's one of my sponsors. Defender Outdoors helps me with securing guns. Savage provides me with rifles. I'm a lucky and blessed man, so I really don't need any financial help, but I would like my YouTube channel to be more popular. I would like to get this information out to more people. You see when I shoot, what targets I shoot at, what order I shoot them in, how well I shoot. I can't mask when I miss. You get to see everything I do and how the guns work. It's a straight up honest channel. Not that other ones are not. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think I have a unique perspective and one I'd like to see catch on even more. So spread it around. Let other people know. Talk to your friends. Let them know, hey, check out Patrick's channel. I've got almost 50 guns I've reviewed, and I'm not done yet. And again, we're going to go inside this one and show you a few little smithing tricks and how to tune yours up so it runs and makes you happy. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Talk to you later.